You know that feeling? You've got the bags packed, the itinerary is printed and sitting on the kitchen counter. You're set for that trip you've been planning for months, maybe even years, and then a flare-up your back seizes, the familiar ache in your joints returns with a vengeance, or that dizzy spell comes out of nowhere. Suddenly, you're unpacking, you're canceling, you're watching your partner or your friends go without you. And then comes something even worse. The phone gets quiet, the invitations start to slow down. Not because people don't love you, but because they don't want to be a burden, or maybe they just assume you can't come. You slowly become the sick one. The reliable, fun friend becomes the unreliable one. It's a silent, lonely pain that no one really prepares you for when you dream about retirement. You did everything right. You saved, you worked hard, you raised your family. This was supposed to be your time. So why does it feel like your own body is betraying you? If this feels familiar, you are not alone. There's a very real phenomenon that researchers and geriatric specialists are starting to call the 65 to 70 health decline window. It's this strange 5-year period right after retirement where, for a significant number of people, chronic conditions either emerge for the first time or existing ones get a lot worse. Studies show that within the first 5 years of retirement, a startling percentage of people will be diagnosed with a new, life-altering chronic condition. It's not just you. This is a pattern. I had a client, let's call him Jim. Jim was the epitome of success, a high-flying executive who worked 60-hour weeks for 40 years. He meticulously planned his retirement. He had the financial portfolio, the dream house, the whole 9 yards. He retired at 65, ready to finally travel the world with his wife. By 67, he had been diagnosed with a severe autoimmune disorder and a heart condition. His world travels became trips to specialists. His retirement savings, the nest egg he'd so carefully built, started getting eaten up by copays, experimental treatments, and medications that cost hundreds of dollars a month. Jim told me the worst part wasn't the physical pain. It was the psychological weight of it all. He felt like he was spending his children's legacy on pills. He said, "I feel like I worked my entire life just to become a patient." That's the health crisis no one warns you about. It's not just about getting sick. It's about the thief that illness becomes, stealing your joy, your savings, and sometimes your sense of self. So let's break this down. First, that 65 to 70 window. Why does it happen? For decades, your body runs on adrenaline and cortisol from work-related stress. It's like a car that's been redlining for 40 years. The moment you retire, you take your foot off the gas. The engine, which has been screaming at a high RPM, suddenly has to idle. That abrupt shift can cause the system to sputter. All the little aches and pains that were masked by the daily grind and the adrenaline rush suddenly have the space to make themselves known. The inflammation that was being held at bay comes roaring to the surface. It's a physiological reaction to the sudden absence of the very thing that was also harming you: stress. Second, let's talk about the financial trap. The reality in many countries is that getting older means getting more expensive. We plan for retirement living, but do we plan for retirement sickness? Medical debt is a leading cause of bankruptcy, even for seniors who have insurance. But it's more than just the numbers. It's the feeling of helplessness. It's the monthly ritual of sorting through bills and insurance statements, a constant reminder of your condition. It's the guilt Jim felt, that feeling that you're a financial drain on the family. This is a heavy, heavy burden to carry, and it often isolates us right when we need connection the most. Third, what do? The classic advice is stay active or find a hobby. Well, that's lovely if you can, but what if chronic pain makes it hard to even get out of a chair? What if your hobby now consists of managing your medication schedule? The key is to redefine movement as medicine. This isn't about running a marathon. It's about finding what you can do and celebrating it. Can you do 5 minutes of gentle stretching in the morning? Great, that's a win. Can you walk to the end of the driveway and back? Fantastic. Maybe it's chair yoga you find on YouTube. Maybe it's water aerobics, where the buoyancy takes the pressure off your joints. The goal is not to become a super athlete. It's to gently signal to your body that you haven't given up on it. It's about decoupling movement from performance and tying it to self-care. It's a quiet rebellion against the body's limitations. And that brings me to the fourth, and maybe the most important point, the mental health taboo. We don't talk enough about the rates of anxiety and depression in retirees who are also managing chronic illness. We're from a generation that was taught to be stoic, to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. We see seeking help for our mental health or taking medication for anxiety or depression as a sign of weakness. It is not. It is a sign of wisdom. Your mind and body are not separate. The constant worry about your health, the grief for the life you thought you'd have, the daily grind of managing pain that takes a massive toll on your brain chemistry. Talking to a therapist or considering medication isn't giving in. It's giving yourself another tool. It's like putting glasses on when your vision gets blurry. You're not weak for needing glasses. You're smart for using a tool that helps you see the world more clearly. The same applies here. Okay, I want to give you something practical right now. We're going to do a little exercise. I invite you to pause the video after I explain it and actually do this. It's called separating your identity from your diagnosis. We often confuse a health inventory with a life inventory. Your health inventory is the list of diagnoses, medications, and limitations. But your life inventory is so much bigger. Grab a pen and paper or the Notes app on your phone. I want you to answer 3 questions. First, what is one thing you can do today, however small, that is completely unrelated to your health condition? Maybe it's listening to a favorite album from start to finish. Maybe it's calling a grandchild. Maybe it's sitting outside and feeling the sun for 10 minutes. Second, who is one person you can connect with this week who sees you as more than just your illness? Make a plan to call them, text them, or see them. And third, what is one quality you possess that your health condition cannot touch? Are you kind? Are you a great listener? Do you have a wicked sense of humor? Are you resilient? Write it down. Go ahead and pause the video and just take a few minutes to reflect on that. Welcome back. I hope that little exercise created a bit of space for you, because that's our mission here at The Modern Elder, to navigate this chapter with wisdom, honesty, and a whole lot of grace. It's not about pretending the hard stuff doesn't exist. It's about finding the life that exists alongside it. I'd love to continue this conversation in the comments. My question for you today is this: what is one health fear you're currently navigating? Sharing it, just putting it out there, can take away some of its power. You'll be amazed at how many others feel the exact same way. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this resonated, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're building a community here, and you are a vital part of it. Be well.